Alright, I have been the most hypercritical person when it comes to this playoff. I've said that they were going to do things wrong. They have done things wrong, as you can tell I'm watching NFL Red Zone. And I've been hypercritical, and I think they finally got it right. So, with them finally getting it right, who do I think is going to win the national championship? That's a video for another day. Let's first talk about one matchup in particular. Indiana, Notre Dame. Guys, we are days and days away from this, but I feel like I can make a prediction right now. If that changes, another video will come out. So this is just a really quick prediction, and then we'll get into why I think the committee did right, why this is awesome, and why, honestly, college football playoff might change college football forever in the best way possible. First of all, I'm going to say right now, I think Notre Dame wins the football game 35-21. My reasoning, they're better in the trenches. Indiana's trenches is probably the worst out of any team that made it outside of probably Boise State. They have a group of 5 level type of trenches. They have high group of 5 level type of receivers and running backs that are competitive and can compete at any level, kind of like a Ginty could compete whenever he played Oregon, right? It's like, okay, Ellison, Surratt, like Rourke, these guys are going to compete. But if the offensive line gets blown up by Notre Dame, which it will, and if the D line gets blown down basically by the elite offensive line of Notre Dame, that's what's going to happen. So again, I've said this is a success of a season no matter what. Let's get into the rest. Crazy conference championship weekend. Arizona State makes it into the top 4. Who would have thought? Boise State does as well. Clemson sneaks in there, makes it to the 12 seed. They have a matchup with Texas. Texas hasn't really beat anybody. Neither really is Clemson until this Saturday. That should be an amazing matchup. You have Tennessee, Ohio State. You have the battle of who's going to be able to make that big set. Both coaches are getting looked at heavy for this game, especially Ryan Day. You have SMU versus Penn State. A lot of people are thinking to themselves, oh, SMU is going to get by Penn State. I don't think so. I think that game's going to be really close. And then, of course, you have Indiana versus Notre Dame. Whoever wins that game goes on to play Georgia. So, I mean, good luck to Notre Dame. Again, I think they're going to win, but then they're going to have to play Georgia. The side of the bracket Indiana's on is death no matter what. It's either you want to die to Notre Dame or you want to go die to Georgia, because either way, Indiana's trenches and their talent level just isn't there, sadly. They played very well with the talent they had, but when you compare the 4 or 5 stars on other teams compared to Indiana, Indiana has one. And it's D'Angelo Pons, 5-star cornerback. And then they don't have a 4-star. And then they have a lot of 3 stars. Who you could be like, well, they're playing like 4 stars now. That's true. But they're just not of that upper echelon level, other than D'Angelo. But that's one guy, and he's a cornerback. So it's going to be interesting, though, to see what's the talent level disparity. You know what I mean? Whoever wins Penn State SMU gets to go against Boise State. And then if they win that, goes against most likely Georgia or Notre Dame. So it's like, oh, you're really not preparing yourself for one of those teams. So, yeah, and honestly, and I'm going to just throw this out here, because, again, I am going to tell my whole prediction of the playoffs, but I'm going to give it to you right here one time. You can hear it. My national champion prediction right now, and I never thought I would say this because I think they always choke and they always look wrong, whatever, but the way they look right now to me, my national champ is Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Call me crazy. They're playing the most complete football I've seen, and other than the NIU loss, they haven't slipped up to bad teams like other teams have, and they've dominated teams. That's what I look at. Domination, not slipping up. That's them. If not Notre Dame, then Georgia. But I'm not a big believer in Oregon like everybody is. Call me crazy. All right, thank you guys for watching. So basically, I guess what I'm saying is whoever wins that Notre Dame-Georgia game wins the championship. All right, thank you guys for watching. Aflac time out.